Alright everyone, because I was not smart enough to, back in the day, to record my painting sessions, I'm going to kind of show you guys what I used to paint each one of my models. I'll have the pots of paint out there for you to see. I won't be able to show you everything because I don't have all the colors that I used to have, but I'll try and get as close as I can. So basically these are my Space Marines. They are the Imperial Fist chapter. I started off with Avalander Sunset as their base. I did a layer of Uriel Yellow, and then to blend those I did the Lemon Yellow. So that's how you got all that. The treads are black, as you can see there, and obviously that's Abaddon black. This right here was, I did, I think it was Metaphiston red and Wild Rider red, but it came out like this orangey color, like the little Aquila symbol is right there. So I switched these over to a corn red, and that gave it a much darker, richer tone. The white up top here is, I think it was Skull White, but I got rid of that paint set when I originally sold my Ultramarine, so I no longer have that color to show you. I apologize, but that's what that was. Obviously all the silver bits are going to be lead belcher here, and then I washed the entire thing with sepia, and then this was also a white, but it got washed with the sepia, so now it has that tan color. So basically there's a model. It looks pretty dirty, has kind of like that dirty effect because of the sepia wash. It did get a little bit more saturated than I would have wished for it, but yeah. On the inside here, can I show you? Please don't fall apart. Is this the one that I did? Yeah. I did those little red lights, and I did like some light wash. See, it looks like blood on the floor there, but it's actually supposed to be the lights. I did just Metaphiston red and then a dry brush of that and the rocket and stuff back there. So just kind of showing all this off. So nothing too terribly special, but it is what it is. So that's how I painted my Imperial Fist. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, this is my Imperial Guard Chimera. Honestly, the only two Citadel colors I used on this was Lead Belcher and the Abaddon Black. I didn't even really wash this tank. Yeah, so you have the black there on the treads, and this right here is the Lead Belcher. The colors though, I basically just put, as you can kind of see it squared off a little bit there, bits of tape all over this and gave it a quick spraying of that dark green. It's a camo by Krylon. It's supposed to be a very, very flat green. It's meant for painting camouflage, like on your hunting boat or whatever. And then I laid strips of tape all over it and then sprayed, see where it's like dark right there, kind of squared off. I sprayed like a light tan, and it is also the camo by Krylon. So that's this. Nothing too terribly special about it. Oh, and then I also did, originally it was, I was going to do Lucky Sevens for my Astra Militarum, but I ended up changing my mind and doing Death Corps of Krieg, but I'm not going to go back and repaint over that, so I'll just make up a story for it and say that it was stolen or something. So that's how I painted that. Pretty simple. Just did some little blips of Lead Belcher there to give it some damage, and yeah, so that's that. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so here are my Orc boys. Pretty much they all look the same. Basically, these guys, I didn't realize how many colors I really did use on these guys. And I'm kind of sad. I can't find... Oh, wait, never mind. I know what I did. I'm an idiot. So, basically, their flesh is... You have your moot green here. And I cannot find it, but I believe it's Beal Tan Green is that dark green color there. And it's just a wash that filled in their muscle cracks. That brought out the shades on their face and stuff like that. So, that's how I did that. And then, honestly, for about 90% of the boys, I did a Krylon, just bright yellow. That's what that yellow is there. That's what color the armor is and whatnot. Some of them I did do to give them a little bit of change. I did do some of them. I had a highlighted Yoru yellow. Some of them had some Avalanche or Sunset going for them, and then I glazed them all with this Lamenter's yellow. Obviously, the weapons are Lead Belcher. The pants are Abaddon Black. Their mouth is that Metaphiston Red. I did give them some Agrax Earthshade on the browns. The weapons are Null Oil, of course. And then I don't have it over here with me, but their boots are brown, as you can see. And that is Steel Legion Drab. The base is made up of baking soda with like some $1.39 Walmart paint that I used to turn into a wash. So that's how I did those guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Oh, and then their teeth are, I think it's Rhaegar Earth or Rhaegar Flesh, whatever the name of that one is. But that's what color their teeth are, because I wanted them to have more like a grimy look to them. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day. All right, you guys. So this is my very, very first model I ever painted. Honestly, I'm going to try and name off what I used for this. He's not very impressive. He doesn't have any highlights whatsoever. I did one shade of blue and then super simple. But basically, this guy was bleach bone white. The gold was the... I don't even remember the name of the gold, but it was a very, very bright, luminescent gold. It was very beautiful. You have your Lead Belcher with Null Oil all over that stuff. This was the Mithril Silver right here, these little shiny parts. This was the Bleach Bone White. The red up here on the lights, I think, was Corn Red. So that's what that was. And then Abaddon Black to do the scribble for the writing. So that's how I did that guy. This is Ash. This is Citadel's Ash landscape. Some pebbles from my yard. And that came with the base. So that's how I painted that guy. Anyways. Oh, and then I think it's Cantor Blue, I believe. It's either Cantor Blue or it's the blue that starts with a C is what his armor is called. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, you guys, how I painted this Lehman Russ was pretty stinking simple. Basically, I use this Rakarth Flesh for the entirety of the model. I pretty much base coated the whole thing in it. And then after that, I did use Lead Belcher to do some of the damage. Obviously, the bolter and some of the other things. The bolters in the back here, the tailpipes. And then after that, I used a cheap Walmart brand paint. It was a brown to do the mud around the outside of the tracks and stuff like that. On those damage parts, you can't really see it that well, but it kind of looks like rust there. That was Mr. Rise of Rust here. Very, very, very useful. For the captain's uniform, I used Rust Gray. That's pretty much how I did all my Death Corps of Krieg. His gloves there are a Steel Legion Drab. He's got Lead Belcher on his mask. He's got Steel Legion Drab. The red on his chest pieces, on his eyes there is Metaphiston Red. His gold is this one right here. It's the Gehenna's Gold. So that's how I got that effect on there. The tracks are obviously just Abaddon Black. None oil was used on anything that was metal. And then I murdered, as you can see how empty it is. I also dropped half the bottle, but destroyed this tank with that Agrax Earthshade. I probably put 4 layers on it. So, but that's how I got the dirty, grimy feel for it. So yeah, so that's how I made up this guy. I'm pretty proud of him, actually. I really like this model. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Alrighty guys, so these are some of the final sets of models that I have. I also have to get a ding dong. I have to get a Necron out. Anyways, so for these guys, when I painted them, this guy right here, I did the whole model. I just left it on the sprue, and I used a spray can to do that red. It's just some red that I got from Walmart, Krylon, you know, whatever. I did black on all this right here with Abaddon Black, as always. And then for the blue there, you can see that there's some separate layers. I need to go back over and touch those up. But basically I use Cantor Blue underneath, Telius Blue, and then a very, very, very light layer of Temple Guard Blue. And then so anything that was black was Abaddon Black. So yeah, sorry this guy's missing his head. It came unglued again. He seems to be doing that a lot. This is the Citadel, just regular grass, I believe it is. I think it's burnt grass, possibly. And then you just have some regular brown paint up under there. So that's how that guy was done. This guy, on the other hand, was... you can tell how much darker that one is than this one. This one was a Metaphiston red with a dry brush of Wild Rider red. And he's a lot brighter, as you can tell. He has the same 3 blue on there with the Abaddon Black. His eyes are Uriel yellow. His teeth are that Keslev flesh. Ooh, I need to unbloody those teeth over there. And yeah, so that's how I did those guys. Down here you have some Uriel yellow down there, the Temple Guard blue, and then this piece right here is actually that Cantor blue. So that's how those guys were done up. Yeah, they're pretty easy to do. I prefer the rattle can method to this one. This one looks way cleaner, but that one definitely was a lot faster to paint. So, and that's what it's all about for me. I'm not a pro painter by any means. I mean, they look decent from a distance. So anyways, guys, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, here are my Necrons. They were super easy to do. Basically, I still need to do the null oil on here on them, so this is not what they look like finished, but I just haven't had the time to. But basically, it's just, I think I did a Krylon black, but whatever, you can use Abaddon Black for their bodies. The white parts is this Rekarth flesh, and then any of the blue is the Temple Guard blue down here. But really, they were super duper easy to paint, just monotonous. But yeah, so that's these guys. Close up of that guy. I love these guys so much. These are my Death Corps of Krieg. Super easy to paint. Let me... Sorry, forgot one. Boop. So these guys, super chill. So I just used any of their armor, like their helmet, the shoulder pads, Abaddon Black. The whole model got a wash of Agrax or shade. I used the crap out of it. Any of the silver is this lead belcher here. It got some null oil on it. Their coats are rust gray. Here, we're gonna better photo of it there. Their boots, gloves, and backpack are all Steel Legion drab, as well as their mask. And then their little eyes have this Metaphiston red on it. And that brought out their little eyes. So that's how I did up those guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. You guys take it easy and have a good